come from, didn't actually know the sources. So, of course, he didn't reveal sources and methods, but that has not been the story from the start. The story has been that the president revealed classified information to the Russians and that it was concerning enough to the White House.
You're listening to a live press briefing of the White House there of the situation happening today at the White House and the situation that a lot of folks have been talking about as to whether or not classified information was leaked by President Donald Trump about the Russian or to the Russians. We'll continue to keep you updated on the situation. We actually have a full story in this newscast coming up. But thanks for joining us for a little bit of a later edition. I'm Terry Gruca.
And I'm Anavid Reyes. Thank you for watching KVUE News Midday.
We want to start with our weather because everything could change here tomorrow. You see these clouds kind of rolling in today. A little windy out there too. Nathan Gogo joining us now from the Storm Center with a look at what we are tracking this morning. Nathan?
Hey, Terry and Anavid. Yeah, a lot of clouds have rolled into central Texas. Despite the cloud cover, though, temperature's still going to be quite warm for the afternoon, and we're going to stay dry at least for one more day for today before we see some storms roll through parts of the area for late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Radar is quiet, although a lot of clouds. We're tracking a cold front out to our west, going to give storms there later this afternoon. That's going to eventually make its way towards our neck of the woods, and that will start to kind of trigger some of those storms lingering through our area by rush hour possibly tomorrow morning. A look outside right now, we're seeing a little bit of a breeze at about 10 miles per hour from the south in the city. Temperatures still warm, 80 at Bergstrom, 78 at Camp Mabry. Temperatures likely to climb about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than they are now by the end of the afternoon. So we're looking at highs anywhere from the upper 80s to lower 90s with mostly cloudy skies. But again, rain chances coming in not just for tomorrow morning, but several times for the rest of this week. We'll outline the percentages coming up in a few minutes.
I see you then. Thanks so much, Nathan. Now to the big story today. President Donald Trump and his White House under fire for the release of highly classified information to top Russian officials. You just heard the press briefing. They are not confirming or denying that that information was in fact leaked.
Absolutely right. And in that special report we learned that there's fallout here at home, on Capitol Hill, and overseas with U.S. allies. ABC's Kenneth Moten reports the president is defending his right to disclose the sensitive intelligence.
Today, the president's defense. President Trump not denying the explosive report that he shared highly classified information with Russia's foreign minister and ambassador in the Oval Office. Instead, defending his absolute right to do it, tweeting he wanted to share facts pertaining to terrorism and airline flight safety, humanitarian reasons. Plus, I want Russia to greatly step up their fight against ISIS and terrorism.
At no time were intelligence sources or methods discussed. And the president did not disclose any military operations that were not already publicly known.
The Washington Post reports that classified intelligence allegedly about an ISIS plot in Syria, information given by a U.S. partner, so sensitive that not even allies have access to it.
Many sources we've talked to in covering this administration are concerned about how intelligence and classified, sensitive information is treated and handled.
Capitol Hill lawmakers on both sides demanding to know what was said.
If this report is indeed true, it would mean that the president may have badly damaged our national security.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Bloomberg.
I think we could do with a little less drama from the White House.
U.S. allies reportedly paying close attention.
It's somewhat mind-boggling to me that we would share this highly sensitive information, putting at risk very important relationships.
The Russian government called the Washington Post story nonsense. Members of Congress are asking for a White House briefing. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Well, new information this morning on the massive cyber attack that affected thousands of computers around the world. Investigators say North Korea may be behind the global crisis. Cybersecurity researchers say coding behind the virus is similar to the code used by North Korea in an attack on international banks last year. Hackers used a phishing scam to lock people out of their computers and collect a ransom. The massive cyber attack hit thousands of computers at banks, hospitals, and government institutions over the weekend. But there are ways you can protect your computer from the virus. Always run a system and security update. They fill any security holes your computer may have. Also, don't click on any sketchy attachments that you may receive in an email. And make sure regularly to back up your computer by putting your data on an external hard drive or uploading it to a cloud storage service.
Governor Greg Abbott delivered remarks at a memorial service for fallen peace officers this morning at the Department of Public Safety headquarters. Thousands gathered in Washington, D.C. yesterday for National Police Week. Men and women came together to remember those killed in the line of duty. Fallen Austin police officer Amir Abdul Khalik was honored. He was hit by a car while escorting a funeral procession last September and died in a hospital a few days later. Austin Police Chief Brian Manley says it is bittersweet to have a member of the force receive that great honor.
Still ahead, an Iowa man meets the family of the teen who saved his life, the traumatic event that brought them together.
And a lot of clouds out there right now. Temperatures, though, despite the clouds, climbing into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. A look outside right now. As you can see, mostly cloudy skies. We'll talk about rain chances coming in overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, and full weather right after this.